Guess who? It me, your newbie GM Amber. Welcome to Shapeshift, a Geekspective podcast chronicling my journey becoming a GM. Holy shit, this is the last episode and the finale of my first one-shot. I made it! I didn't die! And thankfully no one else in the game did. Thanks to Chip, who successfully put out a literal fire. Michelle Johnley really pushed Soren's limit and he just could not give in to the man's bargains. Roscoe apprehended a would-be shoplifter with the help of Chip, and Emmy Chan seems to be a magnet for unwanted attention. Can these four really keep this store from completely collapsing? So, during your guys' scenes last act, fans have been coming in and getting their autographs from Michelle Johnley. Still having trouble even now. And just kind of going in and out, and as that's been happening, she's been getting like more and more like frazzled and like more irritable, like maybe like she's jonesing.
So maybe this was a sedative.
Yeah,
she has not had
yeah, like maybe like she's jonesing and she's starting to get like snappy with people. Like, here's your autograph, like just like whatever, take it, and getting cranky and stuff. And people are leaving, and like, what are you guys doing in this montage?
There's like headphone stations where you can listen to
Yeah.
stuff.
Mhm.
Soren is just blasting Sibelius. Like he is over it.
So after the drug deal, like in this montage, you're just like
He's just trying to chill out.
out, listen to your music, and
Just
just
the
like
darkest Finnish classical music.
beautiful. I love it. Emmy-chan.
Emmy-chan is she's probably freaking out that did the cops show up?
Not quite yet.
Okay.
Like there's sirens in the distance.
Oh, okay.
Like you can hear like off in the distance.
I think at one point she tries to get attention to Sauron, but he's kind of
Like knocking on the glass.
Yeah, but he probably doesn't pay attention. She's like, oh. She is probably trying to make sure all of her furniture is okay.
Okay, yeah.
I'm starting to feel real sorry for her.
I know what I'm doing.
Okay, good.
I'm knocking on Barbara's door.
Mhm.
I have an empty register tray in my hand. I
Yeah.
say, Barbara, are we supposed to have money in this thing?
Oh my god.
Barbara, look at this.
How
How are you going to pay me if you don't?
are you gonna pay me? All right, so then like
Sorry.
yeah, and then you just see Barbara take her glasses off and just go grab her face and just hold it and just like starting to get really red in her face.
Because that's the last thing all she wanted
It
was
was
the
money.
money.
Yeah.
Boy. Roscoe sees because he was watching Soren when Swiggy went over there because, man, that's good stuff.
Right.
And then, he sees this whole, maybe drug deal go down.
Yes.
He's like, okay, what was that? And then, Soren stomps off. And then the drug dealer goes and steals the money out of the register and walks out.
And you just watch it happen?
Yeah, it's nothing to me. It ain't my money. But I would kind of like some drugs. And so I think I'm going outside to find the drug dealer.
Okay.
And so I go outside and there's people out there wondering what is going on and just people walking by looking in the doors because normally the CD store is not
Hopping.
Revolution Records is not that busy. There's more people in there now. And so I kind of look down the alley trying to find this dude and the cat comes out and I give him a little scratch.
Oh yeah.
And then I kick him off so he can go.
All right, great montage. Right as you kick the cat, all of a sudden, 10 cop cars show up.
And then the sirens get louder and louder. Yeah,
Okay.
which makes me think twice about the drugs now.
What song would have been playing during that montage?
Oh gosh,
I don't give a damn about my bad reputation.
There we go.
I don't know. I don't even know if that's a '90s song.
No,
it's
not. It's 70s, or just after the Runaways broke up.
Yeah. I don't know. Something. I don't know what the mood is.
We have really low morale. The community hates us. We don't care about our bad reputation. We've given up. We're like Soren.
Yep.
Man, you're only 4 employees too. Honestly, let's be realistic. 3.25, but
Yeah.
So how's the signing going?
the big shot is now, like I said, has been getting frazzled during that whole of Act 2 and is like, taking the pin and just slamming it down on the table.
Like incessant clicks.
Yeah, incessant clicking, is getting really like agitated. God, somebody gotta turn the lights down. Somebody needs to turn these lights down. Like, I gotta turn these lights down. We'll say, who should take care of the big shot? It's your furniture, Emmy, and that pin is out.
It's very close to my furniture.
It is very, very close to your furniture, your precious pink furniture. So I'm going to say that you're going to have to deal with the big shot and somehow calm her down, get her to chill out. I think as you're out there because you're outside, Roscoe, right now.
Yeah.
Basically, the cops show up and they're like, young man, what is going on here? So your scene is going to be dealing with the cops and making them try and get them to...
That'll be fine.
That'll go great.
Yeah.
So the boss is looking at
the empty till.
At the empty till right now with Chip holding it. And this is it. This is like the worst day of her life right now. Like, you guys are all fucking incompetent. Like, I never wanted this. So basically, that was in her head. Now she's looking at you and she's like...
Soren lifts off one of his cans.
to hear what's happening, yeah. She looks at Chip and she's like, I never wanted to own this fucking goddamn store. I've been stuck with it for so long. All I wanted to do was make enough money to get the fuck out of here, sell this goddamn place. Fuck paying you. I'm not gonna fucking pay you. I just hired you just for one day
Barbara,
to hold you.
I put out a fire.
You're fired!
Is that my task?
Is what? Get fired?
Try not to get...
Talk yourself out of it.
Talk yourself out of getting...
Okay.
Like, that'll be your scene.
Okay.
I think, is that everybody? Oh, Soren.
He's a wild card right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I should have your parents arrive. So I'm thinking that what's going to happen is... Oh, shit, now I got to roleplay parents.
Just plug your nose.
Well, that was my thinking. That was my thinking pose. Don't you know how? What do you do to think?
No, this is how you talk like a parent. Now,
see here, young man. We won't have any of this druggery going on.
Druggery.
Yeah, I think your parents are going to arrive. So you're in the booth listening to your music, and you like lift your can open to hear what's going on. Somebody's yelling. She was yelling loud enough that you could hear it over
the swan of Tornado.
Shit. It's Mom. And in walks you want to be your father or your mom? Who's Soren? Who's the pressure parent in the parent duo?
That's a good question. It could be either way.
Yeah, I know. But specifically for Soren, do you think it's your mom or does your dad? Would your dad even come down to a store like this? Would your mom even come down to a store like this?
Do you have parents?
And then the $1 million question, do you even have parents?
Oh my God.
Is it your ghost parent?
We're not real well off. We have this beat up car that is now wrecked.
Yeah.
That's probably why he's been working so hard.
Let's say it's your mom, because I don't want to do a man voice.
Okay.
So you're listening, and all of a sudden you hear and you see your father outside. Mother outside. Sorry, gosh. You see your mother outside. And
oh, jeez.
She opens the door. Soren, what is going on?
Mom, honestly, I don't know. My life is in a shambles. I'm so done. He's just like, I think he probably starts openly weeping because he's got all this like pent up.
Yeah.
Like as much as he does, he never gets what he wants. He like...
He had such a bright future, and now you're like just like this crumbled.
I just wanted to play my violin.
Aww. That'll be your task, is like, but mom. Yeah. Okay, so maybe...
I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to shoot for my goal this turn.
You have a plan.
So what's going on?
Box.
You have a plan.
So what's going on is Barbara's currently talking to me. I've got the empty till in my hand. I'm also like, I'm kind of zoning out. My mind can't stop thinking about the box. I'm just daydreaming.
Like, you see her mouth opening, and all you can see is the box opening. And it's like,
Yes. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to roll now because I'm also, the task is, to try to keep my job.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see how that goes to see how that conversation
So we're at
begins.
2.
You can only roll 2. I'm rolling 3. I really want to open this box.
4 and 5.
2 fours.
So a timed success. Someone could
So that means I
assist.
have, this one's setting for my goal. I've
You're
succeeded
getting
my
that box
goal.
open.
Yeah. I don't even care about my job at this point.
Wait,
I don't think any of us do.
Roscoe, you could help.
So
Oh, yeah, I can help. Nope.
No.
okay. So
I'm
you
not
still
good
have-
at helping.
That one.
That's fine. So what is the bargain that we make?
So let me ask you this. Do you still want to work for this store?
I think you've got some real leverage. Like, you're looking at Soren break down, and who's going to be like, Roscoe doesn't give a shit.
Like, it would be out of character for you to be like, again, another selling out point. Like, Soren is totally falling apart. Like, that could be a thing that you do is you sell to another person.
I don't think I would do that. So let's see. The one deal I have going now is I'm selling out Swiggy, which I don't have any attachment to Swiggy. I don't feel too bad about selling out him. I probably wouldn't want to do Soren because he's just having a bad day. I thought of something that I can tie into the epilogue
Okay.
with a scene with Soren.
Okay.
So the deal that I propose with the man for you, you can veto this because you're the man. I think something that would damage Chip is realizing how much of a fuck up he's been this day. Like, he's been shattering lights. There's been fires.
Yeah.
There's been blood and
Like-
glass. So it's kind of like, I need to get my shit straightened out.
Okay.
I need to kind of give in the man that way. I can't just keep doing what I'm doing, enjoying life like this.
So basically what's going to happen narratively is if you want to go that route, that's what you're going to do. While Barbara is ranting at you, she's at the point where she's dropped her nice guy like facade, and she's basically saying, look, I hired you to do like one thing, and you can't even fucking do that thing.
I dusted.
And then you made more dust, and then you got blood everywhere, and then you
cleaned
caught
it up.
a fire
Put
happen.
it out.
Oh, God damn it.
Barbara, I feel like I'm good at my job. I've fixed all of these problems. Is this what having a job is like?
You know what? You know what, Chip? I take it back. You're right. You did a good job.
Thank you.
You can stay here.
Okay. I need to put in my my notice. I'm not going to come in tomorrow. What's the procedure to do that? Do I write out a slip for you?
You know what?
I can't do this, Barbara.
Wow.
Barbara is just so fucking confused and just like pulls the pills out of her and just takes a handful of the assorted number of pills and just like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm selling this store anyway.
Does Michelle perk up at the sound of pills?
The rattling of pills, probably.
That was the end of that, right?
Yes.
So after this, I feel okay. Like I feel like I'll handle the rest of what my thoughts are in the epilogue.
Yeah.
But I feel like I have a little bit of direction because of the man. And I've gone away kind of to cool off. Now I have a more level head, and I sit down, I pull out the box, and I fiddle with it a little bit, and a latch opens.
Okay.
And I look at it, and I kind of see how it works. I open up the lid of it, and there is a cassette in the center.
Uh-huh.
It's around this like kind of velvety
Yeah, blue.
and
It's
the
blue.
cassette is just pure white, and it has in typewriter font, it says gather. And I pull the tape out, and I just I keep it on me,
Okay.
and I save it for later.
Okay.
So, did you do a deal with Barbara, or did you just bail out?
It was less of a deal with me and Barbara and kind of more of a deal with me and what's going on in my head.
He's realizing more and more that he needs to get his shit together. Like, that's been his kind of like space, like deal with the man.
That's the man influence.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
You can't be a space case anymore. You got to be responsible and wear a tie.
Yep. Gotta put shoes on.
Gotta go to the dentist.
I have an idea,
Okay.
I guess.
All right.
So Emmy-chan sees that Michelle is going crazy.
Yep.
She's like, Miss
Michelle Johnley.
Johnley-sama, what? I see. Are you okay?
Not entirely, dear.
Oh, well, I can understand. I haven't seen you eat anything since you've came.
No one has been doing anything for me. Like, I've asked for the tea. I asked for something to help my mood, and that didn't get to me. And there's like these weirdos in here. I don't know where anybody is at. Like, I don't even know who actually works here.
I do. I know. I'll go get you something to eat. I'm pretty sure I can make you a tuna sandwich. I'm pretty sure we have tuna in the refrigerator. And as Emmy started walking back, she's like, tuna in the refrigerator.
Oh, no.
Oh my God.
And so she goes to the refrigerator and sees a couple cans of tuna and pops them open and walks out to the back. She's like, Kuroneko-sama!
Oh my God. Oh, one and two.
Oh, I beat you twice.
Nice.
So
Sweat off
finally,
her brow.
the plan worked. So yeah, Kuroneko-sama walks up and he's like, meow, and starts like eats the tuna and goes between her legs and all that kind of stuff. And she kind of picks him up and like puts him on her shoulder. And then I make some tuna sandwiches and I bring them back to Michelle. I'm like, here you go.
Oh, okay, thank you. And she eats it and she's like, man, I haven't had just a simple plain tuna sandwich in a really, really long time. Like, this really reminds me of like home. My mom used to make tuna sandwiches for me after school.
Yeah, I learned it from my mom too.
Oh, that's so sweet. You're such a sweet girl. Thank you for this tuna sandwich.
Thanks.
So she'll start talking to you about like, oh, well, how long have you been working here? And
3 months.
only 3 months? You seem such like a smart, competent young lady.
Oh, thanks.
A simple tuna sandwich has completely changed your mood.
Yes.
Yes.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
I mean,
yeah.
that
Angry.
that omega
Hangry.
6.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. So she's talking. She's like, this store seems kind of, and looks around again, like it's kind of like falling down. Where, I haven't really seen your boss all day.
Well, she's. I think she's in the back talking with one of the other things. She's been kind of upset today.
What's been going on? I mean, I after I've eaten a tuna sandwich, I mean, there seems been a good show up. Like, I mean, not many people really
There
like
were a lot of
appreciate.
police.
Not a lot of people really like my music, anymore. So it's kind of known. It's all right. It's not really it wasn't ever really my thing in the first place.
Oh, what are you more into?
I'm more into like the poppy kind of. I always wanted to be like bubbly and
God.
pink.
Me too. Oh my gosh! And she starts doing like some para or whatever.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Dancing.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, yes.
Oh, this is so great. And like she loves what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. So yeah, I think that went pretty well for Emmy.
Yeah.
Finally.
Finally.
Finally, something goes well for Amy Jan.
So she's making a really good connection
Yes.
with Emmy Chan, and yeah. Okay.
All right.
The cops are outside.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, like,
There's
lots of cops.
Yeah, they're like, because like
The whole county.
they see you inside doing a parapet. It's like, what is this ritual?
Yeah. And they're asking me, like, excuse me, sir, what's going on in here?
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir, what's going on in here?
Since they don't see the boss, you're like the oldest person.
Right.
there, so,
Right. I
like-
mean, I have facial hair that apparently qualifies me.
Sure.
Wow, officers. I'm glad you showed up here.
What's going on?
I've worked at this record store for a little while, but it's just become obvious to me that the store manager, Barbara, is using the store as a front for a drug dealing operation.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. And so that's what's going on in there. She hired a Michelle Donnelly to come in and be a go-go dancer for the night. And I don't know if there's permits for stuff like that, but it seems a little out of control.
You're bluffing the fuck.
There's no bluff in this game.
I know, you're bluffing.
And I don't even know where I'm going with this. Like, I don't even know if I have
like, you're chaotic. Like, whatever. Like, you're supposed to be taking care of the police, like, getting them to go away, but you're like...
Are you doubling down?
I don't
even know what I'm doing.
When making anything seem intentional.
Are you asking the cops if they know any singers?
I mean, like,
Or,
that would be
what
nice, but it's going to be hard to get there from here. I hate Barbara. I hate Soren. I hate Emi-chan. Like, nothing would make me happier than to see it all just go to hell.
Okay, that's
Like,
fine with me.
Meh.
Yeah, all right. So let's see if you succeed in, like, the cops actually take you seriously.
Okay.
And, like, we're going to investigate this
All
shit.
right, so I'm rolling 1 against your 2.
Are you doubling down?
Are you doubling down?
You're
he's taking action.
Yeah, so you're
not
doubling
healing a
down.
relationship.
No.
You're not aiming for
So you
your
roll
goal.
two.
No, I thought about healing Emi-chan, but I don't care about Emi-chan. I hope Chip doesn't get caught in this because he's a square dude, but whatever, man. A little time in the joint might help him.
Oh, shit. 6 and 5.
Oh, no.
Chip sees the 6 in the. He sees the cops talking with. And he's like, really wants to help, but he's like, oh, this is too much for me. I'm going to stay inside here.
Dang.
Totally smell alcohol.
Well, that's the thing is, like, you're giving this,
You're
like,
wearing
this
yesterday's clothes.
Right,
so.
right.
You smell like alcohol.
Yep.
You're, like, super, like,
Yeah,
grungy looking.
yeah.
Kind of still got your aviators on.
Yeah,
It's 10 o'clock at night.
A little BO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like, they're looking at you and they're like, really? This is Barbara. Like, Barbara Stanley. Is a drug
The aviators
leader.
come back out.
Yeah.
Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, sir.
I went to school with Barbara. She is not a drug dealer. And, like, what's going to happen is, like, as you went to, like, pull your sunglasses down, like, what are you talking about? I don't know. Let's see. Something comes out, like...
You flip a card and you can...
Oh, yeah. Oh, fucking money again.
Uh-oh.
I
Oh,
don't
no.
know. Oh,
It's like the man has a third die.
Yeah. So,
I don't know. How can it get worse? All the money
gone.
gets stolen.
well, no, because you
can
totally slipped some money. You have, like, what? Maybe that's how the police catch you, is like...
Well, yeah. I mean, the band needs a new amp.
Right.
What am I supposed to do?
So as you, like, kind of, like, start to move back from the cops or something, maybe one of the druggies that saw the cops coming was like runs out of the store and bumps you. As he bumps you, drugs and money fall out of your coat in front of the cops.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. That happens.
So, what
Your Honor, are you familiar with this film Serpico? Like, you get in so deep you don't know who you are anymore.
Okay, young man, you're coming down to the station. You're gonna tell us more about how you got this, where you got this, and yeah.
I'm out. Good to see you all. I'm out.
Swords arrested.
I wave goodbye.
Chip's like, bye, Roscoe. Have a good time.
All right. So, like, you're Soren, you're having your meltdown in the thing, and your mom comes in and she's like, Soren, honey, you do too much already as it is. Like,
look, the store's been around. Like, I always came here as a kid and listened to all the classical, and that's why I like violin so much. And, like, it's just a part of who I am and who I became. And, like, I don't want the store to close. And I don't like Barbara, but, like, she did bring me a lot of good CDs, and, like.
So your mom is gonna roll right now and be like, does her heart break and just like go, my poor son, like he.
So wait, what am I actually doing?
So yeah. What are you doing? So you could just do the action, which is you're basically trying to convince your mom that you can stay on this job because she's gonna make you quit. She would go into Barbara and say, look, my son is not working here anymore. Or you can pursue your goal, which would be you want to quit your band that you hate because you're already doing so much already and it's not really your passion. And maybe what you can do is like try and convince your mom to like say something to the band members because you can't bring yourself to do it.
But
the disadvantage is you will be rolling. If you shoot for your goal, you'll be rolling 1 die against my 3.
And she can only succeed on one of them.
And you can only succeed on one of them.
But Emmy-chan could help as well.
Emmy-chan could help. But also, if you just don't give a shit about, like, if Krista doesn't give a shit about the store or wants to see narratively things collapse, you could just succeed on your goal and let the store get another trouble.
Right.
That's kind of like the trade-offs.
What's the table like?
It is currently at 4...
No, what do you guys think?
It's up to you,
gotcha.
man.
Here's what I think.
Okay, Brandon's going to give you.
So I want you to get your goal.
Mm-hmm.
I also want you to have we cool with everybody. According to the epilogue, it looks like we get a moment where we basically get to turn one of our relationships to cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, if both of your relationships are cool, you can shoot for your goal one last time. So
That's interesting.
in terms of game mechanics, if you double down here, that might be your better bet if you want to do that narratively, but you don't have to worry so much about the relationship or the goal this turn, unless you want to give yourself an extra die at the epilogue, because you do still have to shoot for the goal. You'll still have to roll dice. So if you go for your goal here and you fail, you'll have an extra die in that epilogue. So I think, between double down or goal, that might be like, in terms of mechanics,
So you're saying mechanically I could save the goal for the epilogue?
Yeah.
So maybe narratively he's not, he hasn't quite hit that final straw. And so he's still like you say, he does have this history with Barbara.
This is a story you went to as a kid. This is something that you still kind of care about. You've worked here for 2 years.
So yeah, even though he's falling apart, he's like, Mom, I gotta give it a shot.
Okay, so that's it. You're doubling down.
I can see Soren doing that.
So I do
2 dice.
Oh, God. Amber.
Snake eyes.
Oh, Soren.
Soren.
Oh, triple snake eyes.
Damn, the man is strong tonight.
Emmy-chan tried.
Oh, Emmy-chan went to go talk to the mom.
Yeah, Emmy-chan tried to jump in.
And just kept saying all sorts of Japanese words that didn't make any sense.
But Soren's so sugoi. He's my senpai.
Yeah.
And it's just like...
She's like, no, okay, this is too much. You're under way too much stress. It's too much for you. You need to focus on school, and we're not really hurting that much for money. So I'm gonna go talk to Barbara right now. You're done here. Aww.
You get to flip a card.
The boss.
Oh, the boss finds out that Soren can...
I should
She
say
finally
so.
poked her head out of the office.
It's just like, this is just it. Like, when your mom walks into the Mrs. Soren.
Gunderson.
So she walks into the... Barbara, Storm's done. Like, he's having way too much stress here, and it's just time for him to stop. He's got to focus on other things, which makes Barbara like livid. Like, you know what? She was trying, Barbara in her mind was trying to get money today, trying to like at least keep it going for a little bit while longer, so she could like time the selling of the store where she would have the maximum amount of money. And Soren's been the only one who's been in this town who's wanted to work here, who's been consistently good. Record stores usually bring in deadbeats.
Right.
The boss is there's just not enough headache medicine. And she's starting to take more.
Oh, no.
And more.
Yeah.
And she's not paying attention to how much she's taking.
Good. Ride the dragon, Barbara.
All right. So that's what happened with that. So that's everybody.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So now there's no final flip of the card. There's no, it doesn't get escalated here. Okay. So now it's time for the epilogue. Some characters may have accomplished their goals and others may not have. The epilogue provides an opportunity to type loose ends with relationships and goals and to narrate an outcome for the story. And flip the opening shot. Maybe the employees are all gathered in the burnt out but still serviceable staff room. Maybe they're partying on the roof, or maybe they're cruising down the highway in the Big Shots tour bus.
Or in the county lockup.
Yeah. By himself. Then each player will have a chance to frame a short scene depending on how things went in the game. They can choose from several options for their scene. You can always frame a scene where you take a moment with a character and trying to set your relationship to cool, or your character doubles down on a task of their own choosing, or a bargain with a man comes back to haunt you. So if both of your relationships are totally cool, or if you've achieved your goal, you can also choose to frame a scene where your character reduces a store trouble, you share a consensual kiss, you shoot for your goal one last time, and roll for it.
So for the first scene I do, I go right up to Soren. I'm kind of exasperated. You know, Soren was someone that tutored me. You tried to like get me to join clubs and all that and be like an upstanding citizen, that's an academic trying to get somewhere in life. So I go up to you. I exhale first and I say, Soren, today sucked. Like, I bled all over the floor. I lost all kinds of money somehow. I probably think it's my fault. There were fires. I can't even remember all of the terrible things that happened around me today. The store's closed now. It's done. We're done. You tried so hard to get me to join these clubs and to tutor me, and you're right. Man, I can't keep doing what I'm doing. So, yeah, I'm going to keep coming to these tutoring sessions. And if you have a club recommendation, I got to get out of this kind of life, man. And
That's
then,
your bargain.
Yeah, that's
the bargain coming back to haunt you.
Yeah, and then I guess since I
That's
do
your
have a
scene.
second bargain, at some point I get with Barbara. I don't even know if she'd even... Let's say she's passed out on the desk. I'd say, Barbara, Sweetie's stealing. Barbara. Swiggy. he's stealing.
So Emi-chan, it's just like after talking with Michelle and definitely gets her number and stuff like that. But she hears a meow in the back by the door, and she's like, "Oh, Kuroneko-sama!" And so she plays with the cat and stuff, and like the cat's all happy and rubbing up against her. And then she looking at her, she's like, "Oh, all right. I wonder where Roscoe is." And so she picks up the cat and kind of walks to the front and sees that there's like probably a couple of cops kind of, finishing up paperwork or whatever. And she saw that's where Roscoe was last. She's like, "Where's Roscoe at?"
Well, we took him down to the precinct. He had drugs on him.
What? That can't be right. And he's like, "I'm going to go check right now. I'm going to go talk to him." And so,
well, you better hurry. Visiting hours is,
Yeah.
it's getting close.
and-
midnight. What the visiting hours into the jail. Midnight.
and so she's going to do an anime montage running scene right there to get to the jail.
Speed lines?
Yes.
Do you have Heelys? Oh, wait, Heelys didn't exist.
No.
Yeah, your roller skates.
Gotta go
Oh my
fast.
gosh,
She
yes.
totally has roller skates.
Yes, with Sonic on them.
Sonic on them.
And so, she gets to the jail, and so she's like, "Oh, Roscoe, Kuroneko-sama's back."
Oh,
She has him in her arms.
yeah, that cat. Yeah,
What? But I heard why are you in jail, Roscoe?
because the world's a hard place. Emi-chan.
Wait, you actually call her Emi-chan?
Yeah.
Instead of Emily or whatever.
Like, man, they're just gonna break you down, man. Like all this sunny, cheery stuff you do, man. Like, it's good, but like, it's not real. This is real.
What?
Like, and you probably ought to watch yourself because like, there's some pervy dudes in here, man.
They're definitely good. You just have to, nurture and feed your friendships. Make sure you're watching out for each other. And she quotes some kind of Japanese lyric from one of J-pop's things.
Right. Well, I don't know what the hell that was, but like, thanks. I mean, like, you. Oh, shit.
Sorry, I laughed at a
No. I don't. I'm trying to like keep some semblance of a decent character, and like, well, what am I going to do here?
Trying to make a guy that doesn't give a shit.
Cynical, yeah.
Well, she is holding like a really cute cat in her hand
Yeah.
right now, and it's like purring.
The cat that he kicked in the previous...
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
This is true.
But he was he never really takes the time to look at anything really, really watch it, right? So Roscoe, like when he kicked the cat, he wasn't really like paying attention to the cat. Like he's never really truly looked at that cat.
Right.
And it's like looking back at you with its green eyes.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, Roscoe, the world's great.
If you could talk, yes.
I got tuna fish and someone's holding me.
I guess black cats are pretty cool. Like, it's, like they're tough, I guess. Yeah. I mean, it's cool. I'm glad you found that cat.
Yeah.
I guess I'm sorry I ate the cat's food because it was kind of shitty.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't eat cat's food. At least eat the tuna.
And then Roscoe laughs.
Yeah.
That's what a thought. All right, I'm ending that scene right there.
Bravo, guys.
I didn't know how that was going to happen.
Yeah. Like he ate the cat food, but there was tuna in the fridge the whole time.
Shit, I should check the fridge.
He got in the fridge to get the milk to make cat food cereal. Like there was the tuna right there.
Whatever. All right, so that was one scene that you narrated out. You spotlighted.
Oh my God.
That was
funny.
So we're cool for him, pretty much. And
okay.
So for her bonus scene it's probably flash forward. I don't know how far ahead.
Yeah, sure.
And she calls Michelle, and even though she's doing whatever, she has pop connections.
Mm-hmm.
And so Emi-chan gets to one of the times Michelle flies out Emi-chan to Tokyo to see.
Oh, nice. Because you were such a sweet girl, right? And okay, gotcha.
And
cool.
she showed her the simpler pleasures in life.
Reminded her of the simple.
Yes.
Yes. Back to tuna fish days.
Instead of the D.
So it's two scenes.
I have
You've
one little thing left. I'm not
So
sure when to- I'm not sure when to time it
Roscoe,
yet.
here you have two scenes, correct?
Yeah, I do.
Right.
And now I've repaired a relationship, and it was very touching, actually.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. The singer thing.
Yeah, your goal.
Yeah, my goal. Like it turns out that one of the guys in jail with me.
You share a consensual kiss. Is that what's gonna happen?
is the father of one of the people in Soren's old band.
Oh, okay, cool.
And we get to talking and stuff, and I mean, despite Tipper Gore's insistence that, no, who was that? I guess it was Barbara Bush who really pushed on the drug wars. But despite that, jails are crowded, and I believe it or not don't have any other priors. So I get out fairly quick. Luckily, the stuff I was carrying was just prescription stuff, which isn't really a big deal at that point. I end up talking to these kids, and they need a guitarist. Otherwise, their band's all together, and they're booking gigs and doing stuff. And they're kind of looking to maybe play a little different style of music or whatever. And so we talked to them, and instead of maybe getting a singer for my band, maybe I'm joining their band. And, I mean, we can talk about Super Scamp and whether that's an appropriate name or not. But, we'll figure that out down the road, I think.
Cool. Cool.
Now, do I have to roll this out to get that?
What are you doing again?
I'm getting my goal.
Yes, you have to roll for it.
All right.
So technically, do I still get to roll 3? Yeah, I still get to roll 3 dice.
You get to roll 3. I've only got 2 because
And I'm already gonna.
Chip's chipping in.
Here's what Chip's doing. He wants to visit Roscoe in jail.
Yeah,
because we're buds now. We're lightsaber buds.
I hate to bust your bubble, but Soren hasn't quit the band yet.
Son of a bitch.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, I see.
Because that was my goal.
Oh, that was your goal. Oh, dang.
But okay, so maybe the guitar, maybe what's happening right here is your band's been noticing you're kind of
they don't like me much anyway.
They don't like you. They kind of notice that you're not really into it and they're actually been thinking about kicking you for a really long time, quitting the band can still be your goal because that takes a personal like strength thing, I think.
Right.
So even for Soren just to say that to the band is a thing.
To admit that he's actually giving up some kind of responsibility.
So let's just say that narratively it works because they're like, yeah, dude, like we got a guitarist right now, but like totally not into their music, kind of like a fucking stick up he has a stick up his ass. Like it's like he's just not with it.
Yeah, man. Like, dude, you got.
I work with a guy like that.
Yeah, I know that type, man. Like everything's just hard ass, man. Like you can't do that. You gotta let the muse talk to you, man. Like you can't force it, man.
Right. Totally.
Like you have to let the rage inside you out, and that's how you make music.
Right.
Yeah. It's not like a math problem you got to figure out, man. Like you just let it go.
Shit, you're fucking deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're totally in.
He's talking to this kid's dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. His dad, yeah. Wait, what? I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm totally talking to the kid's dad, and the dad's like, dude, you're deep. You're in the band.
You're like, fuck my son's choice. They're not going anywhere. Like his dad is like living vicariously through his son's band.
Right, even though he's in jail and can't and like has nothing to do with the son.
Fuck it, I don't care. I'm so tired. Let's roll with it.
Well, I mean, it is a Saturday night. Like the kid could be in jail right now.
Yeah, true. That's true. Okay.
So I'm only rolling 2 on this.
And Chip wants to help. So he's here at the jail with you. He's got a boombox on his shoulder, and he's just playing your tunes.
Oh my god!
To the guys, like, listen to this guy shred.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Amy Chan's not helping.
Jesus Christ! I'm so tired of doing this. I don't know how that works in.
I win.
I don't know how the tie works in the epilogue.
Maybe we have to defer to Soren.
So FYI, it says these scenes should be brief, 15 to 30 seconds piece.
Nope.
Oh,
well, you know. Man, it's not a math problem. Like, it's art, and you just got to let it speak.
Okay, so what did we decide?
I was saying it should be up to Soren then.
To break the tie?
To see if Soren gets...
if Soren completes his goal, then everything falls into place.
Right.
Okay.
But if he doesn't have the backbone to walk out of this band,
okay.
Like I was just talking to like this kid's jailhouse dad, man. Like that doesn't get me anywhere.
That's true.
So we'll cut to Soren, who
it's gonna have to be one baller roll because like I got one die.
You got 2.
You got friends, Soren.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So basically, we're gonna say that. I guess it's supposed to be you setting the scene.
Yeah.
So it's not really up to me to really decide. I guess I could help if you need help.
I do.
Okay. So the store's closed. You're in your car with your mom, and she's like, you really need to start streamlining your life. If there's anything else that you can cut,
there is one more thing I would like to do tonight.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Anything, honey.
I kind of want to quit the band.
You mean the one that you hate?
Yeah, that one.
You can quit something that you hate if you hate it. So basically, it's like when you're going to roll to action, as your mom is telling you, honey, you can quit. Like if you want to, you're really rolling against yourself.
Right.
Like your success is going to be like what you really want. Can you work up that nerve to quit? Or it's like, shit, I can't.
I do have this responsibility
that I must take. Yes.
Yeah.
So now's the time you would probably roll. So I have 3. Jeez, I'm sorry, everybody.
All right.
3 seems to be a fun number. Ooh.
Okay, 5. I need a 6. Fuck.
God damn
Fuck
it.
the man.
The man is really... I don't even know how to narrate.
Soren's soul is black.
And Soren's just like, no. I must stick with this band. I made the commitment. I'm going to do it.
Maybe it'll be okay. You are really talented.
Okay. So there's another scene?
we're all hanging out on the roof now.
Well, I want to know. I want to know about the cassette.
Okay, so
Yeah, let's do that.
is everyone on the roof with me?
Somehow, through the magic of 90s movie power,
Sure.
you're all on the roof
This
right
is
now.
past midnight, so it's a beautiful night. We're all exhausted.
Yes,
We
true.
had the worst light, and now it's all over. So I got the boombox that I was playing Pyrrhic on, and I take that cassette out, and we're all just chilling out. I pop in the cassette that says Gather on it. I press play, and it's just like beautiful music, like if Beethoven had composed metal. And, like, angels are singing in like 3-part harmony. It's just beautiful. And I don't play music, but like I feel inspired to like, I don't know how you guys feel like hearing this really awesome song. Do you guys feel okay? We had a long day.
Everybody's like up on the roof, like
Soren's like symphonic metal. All right. I get this.
Sounds great.
there's Japanese lyrics here and there, so it totally fits into
We ask you what they mean.
Ami
The look
Puffy,
of pain on his face right
Puffy
now.
Amiyumi over there. Can,
Oh my god.
We ask you what they mean, and you can actually like help us out. Like actually, like we appreciate you being here and teaching us about these lyrics.
so as you guys are going up to the roof because this music is playing,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Soren wants to get that kiss.
Hey, Michan, can I talk to you?
Oh,
Yes, Soren Senpai.
Look, I think you're a super sweet girl. And you seem like you got life figured out. Like, you're happy. You got this cat.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well,
You're good with all your friends.
I try.
And I kind of look up to that.
And she blushes.
And so he scoots in a little closer, reads the situation. How's that?
Wait,
She's still blushing.
She's very blushing.
she receptive.
But yeah, she like looks up to Soren with like those big anime eyes.
Sparkles.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So he goes in for that kiss.
Uh-huh.
Totally. And then right then the metal music hits.
It's
that
very
drop.
chaste.
So it's like arms behind the back, leaning.
Yes.
Like
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Roscoe vomits off the side.
Yeah.
Completely hungover. So while that's all happening, you guys are like kind of like chilling out the day. Michelle is still at the store for some reason, or
wow.
yeah, and she kind of goes back to the back where
It's
Barbara,
great inflatable furniture.
yeah, pretty great, and the tuna was great too.
She lives here now.
Yeah, she was like, reminded of simple times, and just really loves like the enthusiasm the kids have here, and like just really loves this hometown charm. And she goes back into the office where Barbara's kind of coming out of her stupor, and she's like, Barbara, I kind of heard that you were thinking about selling this place. And Barbara's like, yeah, I'm just so fucking done with this place. Like, I was just trying to make this day go great, and it didn't go the way I wanted it to. Didn't go well at all. I'm just gonna be stuck with it for another freaking God knows how long. And Michelle's like, well, I'm kind of looking to get out of tour life. I would be interested in purchasing this place. And Barbara lights up, and then you kind of see the camera pan out, and they start talking, and
Fade out.
Fade to black. The end. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. So that was Damn the Man.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was
Damn the man.
it was a play test for one thing.
And his sixes
So-
and his fives.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was crazy.
And so many ties.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Ties made it the
Yeah,
hardest.
it's weird that it's weird that they're rolling 3 dice and tying.
Every
Yeah.
single one of them.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
I don't know if it's just the dice or like
Yeah, I don't know. I
Just
feel
their
like
loaded
there's
dice.
no
no, I
heft
rolled
in
a
them.
6 right there, so I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm just bad at rolling.
Whatever. So that was my first time running a game.
It was good.
That was
First time playing.
Yeah, it was good. I had fun.
was it like honestly like
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
okay.
I got to play. No, but-
Josh is like, I gotta play. I don't care.
no, I care. I think no, it was you kept it pacing pretty well most of the time, so
Okay, good. Like it's really hard, I think, to like read people, when to like give them something to help them out. Like there's a couple times where Dave was kind of like in the middle of talking, but kind of like thinking, and I was like, oh, I'll say something, and then it was obviously you had a different mindset of where you were going, so I was like, ah, shit, I'm just throwing you off track. I know, I'm just like critiquing myself, so when I go forward with DMing and stuff, I can like
I never felt put on the spot.
Okay, good.
That's I guess a surprising statement as well, since Kristen's
I was absolutely new to me.
Yeah, so yeah, what's wrong
I could just tap into my own personal awkwardness, and I think that's why it worked.
That's a lot of what role playing is. It's like finding that one like part of your personality that you can expand upon and like use it for your character. I think the challenge when you're GMing is you have to be a lot of different characters, and I think that was one thing I was having some issue with tonight.
It comes with time.
It comes with time.
We also came up with a lot of good ideas during character creation and all of that.
Yeah, it was fun. I liked the game. I think there's a few things that need to be clarified here and there.
I think mechanically it's a little rocky, maybe, but
I guess I feel like
I think the character creations.
If we were to run it again, I think the players create the players, and the GM should create the boss.
Awesome.
Because that way you can breathe life into those people and know what they're going to be before you get there.
And I kind of did already.
Yeah.
Right.
And informally, that's kind of how it's going to go. We're all going to have, you're going to have ideas. But as written, it's a very collaborative thing. And it's like, but a lot of how the game works depends on how those people are talking, and like, and whether someone is abrasive or not. And like, those are kind of those are the characters that you're really playing. So I feel like those should be more your decision.
Yeah.
But it worked okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And I have a definite now appreciation when two NPCs have to talk to each other.
It's fucking
hard. I was like, I can't switch back and forth between these two mindsets that fast.
Oh God.
God damn it.
Always laughing at me. Oh, you gotta talk to yourself.
And now I'm like, no, I'm talking to myself. I fucking can't take this. Yeah, I don't know. I thought I picked you guys specifically because I felt comfortable like in my mind fucking up. Like, I know there's not really like, well, you fucked it up, but my standards are
very high.
Very high for myself.
Right.
So I was
and playing a new game is hard.
Yeah. Oh my God. I know, like reading this.
Because we've done enough with the other podcast that we know that like when there's a new game, there's a lot of just hang on, let me look this up.
Right. Yeah.
And that slows down the game and really kills the flow.
It was not only new to everybody, but it's still in its nascent stages.
Yeah, it's a play test
too. So.
Yeah, and one of the things we talked about is time. We went. We started like at 7. Like we really started at like 7:20 to 5.
Yeah,
and so it just went a little long. And I think we were talking upstairs. That's in part because I'm new. Yep. This game is new. It's a play test.
We have 2 new
and then we have 2 new players.
Thinking about how much longer it would be if they still had the promise system in place.
Oh my gosh.
Our relationships could be broken in the middle of the game.
Oh no.
Right. That's one of the things is like, so Hannah had sent me a playtest version of this like a month ago. And then she contacted me yesterday to tell me there's a new updated one.
Right.
So I got the newest rendition literally yesterday. And I remember reading the first one and going, this promise system is a lot to keep track of. And so I was really kind of excited to see that it was taken out altogether and it's streamlined. I think it went a lot smoother than it would have. I think there's just like, there's some things that need to be a little bit more clarified, like the ties in the epilogue. I think 2 scenes per character, even though we're supposed to keep it short.
Like
we really overblew that. It should have been like, oh yeah, and I did this, and the cat's in my lap and it's purring,
and I'm happy, and then whatever. But I think
I did also fudge it to get another scene that I shouldn't have had.
That's right.
Yeah. No, it worked because you did have both relationships.
Yes.
Maxed out,
but I didn't get my goal.
No, I didn't either.
But that still lets you have that special scene.
Now what am I going to do without my goal?
I mean, you're going to be a guitarist, potential. Nope. Yeah. Oh, well, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Life is empty, man. Like
Roscoe will figure it out. Or not.
You
Doesn't
can't
matter.
keep reaching for a brass ring that isn't there. Like, accept what life is and live with it.
He should just say a lot of these things, and I just make a B track of like
Right.
just dig.
Roscoeisms.
Roscoe's rules.
Yeah,
Wait,
With
it's
the
like
Z.
Z, but then it's also crossed out the whole
no
rule
rules.
Yeah.
because no rules, and it's turned
Right.
into the anarchy sign.
Yeah, that's cool.
This game, I think, would be kind of weird if we follow the timing suggestions of like 30 seconds. Because then it's like, all right, you do this thing. Okay, great. Now on to the next person. I do this thing. Okay,
Right.
now great. And it's just like, is that enough
How was
Is
their
that enough
narrative there?
opportunity?
Especially if
for
you're still
narrative.
trying to resolve things.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, especially trying to
that's-
get Emmy and Roscoe to be friends.
Right. That,
Right.
Took, that took time.
Yeah.
And like I felt like it was a little rushed as it was.
Yes.
But it was
It was
because
pretty
we
much
were
like
so far apart, and literally our characters didn't speak
Nope,
the
it's
entire
a
game.
very-
Right.
And maybe it's in part because I didn't really like. I was emphasizing things that I thought would be interesting
Yes.
and like further things.
I agree with at least personally with your emphasis on like that kind of stuff, because I'm like, if you're not, you're like, okay, yeah, we're just doing these things kind of quickly in this scene. Okay, are we fucking ourselves with these cards or whatever?
Right,
and then
right.
oh, we're done.
Right. So I didn't know how to like get you guys together. I didn't really know how to get Chip and Soren
Yeah,
together.
that's the thing. We also had this informed relationship where we basically didn't interact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I was just so busy with the puzzle box
That's true.
Well,
and the fires.
You know, it feels like Fiasco in that sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when we've played Fiasco, there are some relationships that we make that are just kind of organic and they work, and
Right.
and the game kind of hinges on that. Others that are not feel a little clunkier, and they end up just not being a big part of the game.
Which I
I
think is fine.
Wish Soren and Roscoe had to work together.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. Well, anyway.
Damn the man again.
Damn the man. Yeah.
Double damn the man.
Double damn the man. Yeah. I could have. I think that was partly an Amber GM thing. I was probably going easier hook routes and not trying to like. I was just going for things that made
Sure.
sense.
And in the
narratively.
end, this game tells a story.
Yeah.
Right. And like if you don't take that story where it's leading, then you don't really give it full.
But here's the
you're
other
giving
thing.
it short shrift. Yeah.
I was not incentivized to work with Roscoe because I didn't have a set relationship
Yeah,
with
right,
him.
right.
Because there were 4 players rather
is
than
true.
3.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Because yeah, with 3, there's a triangle in everyone.
No,
And
I
that's
think
kind of fiasco. That's fiasco too.
Right.
Like when you fiasco for Brandon
Yeah,
and Kristen
but-
is just. Have you?
No.
Do you know if you heard of it? Okay, so fiasco is basically just a storytelling game that is basically like this,
Yeah.
except there's different kind of mechanics
different
around.
mechanics to it, but
to
it's this-
drive the story.
and it isn't so bound in such a specific set.
But yeah, I think I definitely was nervous at the beginning,
Yeah, I was
but then as I went, it became much more natural.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't know if that's just because, I mean, I did my prep for this game was like I watched the movie and then I spent 3 hours today reading the rules and taking notes, and that's about it.
Yeah, you didn't seem nervous except for like right when I pushed record, you're just like, blah, blah, blah.
I know, and I could recut that. Like,
I
hey,
know,
guys, blah, blah, blah.
But then
Okay, well.
afterwards, you settled out, so it's just like, okay, yeah, you're just hanging out and running the game.
Yeah, I think another thing is
Just-
like I'm making this for a podcast. That's another huge thing. Is like
Just
oh,
tweak it to 0.5 speed. That first intro.
Oh my gosh.
And so her voice will come down a
Yeah.
little and slow
Oh my
down.
gosh.
ASMR podcast.
Hi, my name's Amber.
Hi
Yeah,
guys.
you were quick.
Welcome to
talking at the beginning,
Shapeshift.
Hey guys. Welcome to Shapeshift.
That's an NPR voice.
This is my first ever running a game. First time ever running a game. Well,
I'm not
thank you
photographer.
for playing. I'm sorry it's so late.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
fine.
whatever.
I mean, we'll be back in the morning.
Oh my
I will
god.
see you all in 9 hours and 50 minutes.
Holy crap, it's over. The one shot, that is. I'm still gonna do this podcast. It's super fun despite all the work and anxiety. So thank you so much for listening. You can find me on Twitter at ShapeshiftCast for podcast tidbits or at Rocket Orca for rants about work emails. I'm a member of the Geekspective Network, which you can find on Twitter at Geekspective and online at geekspective.com. If you've enjoyed what you've heard and want to support my efforts, please consider donating to our Patreon at patreon.com/geekspective. Also, a rating or leaving a review on iTunes would be super helpful. I did it! 4 episodes at once. Never, ever again. So, see you on July 27th for some lasers and feelings.